And I squealed.
Okay. Every time you're a very silly man.
Anyway,
I can't help it.
So, when we last left off, you were discussing heading to the west. You kind of had a new location where this person, once he abandoned his shuttle, whoever was on board here, headed that way, thinking that he found signs of intelligent life.
Commander, I have a recommendation. I'd say we hook up the teleporters here, the teleporter enhancers here, to this device. This device, it's magnifying the power of the regular beacon of the regular shuttle. It would almost guarantee access to teleporting out of here.
Do you know how? Venet, how hard would it be for them to adapt the power source here to enhance?
Fairly hard?
You would estimate, just with how, because the main computer is damaged, and that usually regulates the transporters. Because you can't really just use the transporter enhancers, you'd have to use one of the transporters and a transport in the shuttle. So you'd say fairly hard, and you're not sure if it would be good, because currently the transporters you're using there is probably a transporter in your actual shuttle, a very mild one, and then the big ones you have, in the ship. Like a high-class ones in your ship.
It might be better just to bring the runabout here, if we can.
Well, we landed as close as we could.
Yeah.
The closest clearing.
I'm just wondering if we
difficult.
if we
I might
could get
damage the ship.
Well, I mean, this ship is...
Damage it more. Like, blow up, maybe.
Well, here's the question. The log said the prime directive. If that's the case, we got to get the shuttle off the surface.
Well, what doesn't make sense is you said this type of planet should not have intelligent life. Am I correct?
No, it shouldn't. It's in proto-evolution stage. It's just things are just emerging from the oceans.
So
Shuttle's still a contaminant.
if there is, well, yes, we could. I would recommend trying to get this off here or destroy it in some fashion before we leave. But if there is intelligent life, that could mean someone who settled here that aren't native to this planet. Given the technology being used here, maybe they helped him.
The log did say there was someone else here.
He just worried that he didn't find evidence that they were technological.
Right, but that just because it wasn't off the bat that they found, that doesn't mean they didn't. They might just not be people who use it actively all the time.
Yeah, I point to the power unit. This is advanced. This is beyond what we have on our ship right now.
It's way beyond this shuttle.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think this came from someone who would be native to this planet.
Like, I'm going to tell you, the power core, you definitely know its power generation does not match your warp core. So,
right.
Like, it is very, advanced for, a small battery kind of thing, almost.
I mean, we know about gel packs. That exists.
Yeah.
No, I may not know how they work. That's different.
But this isn't that.
Yeah. It's almost like an advanced mix between a power core of some kind and a gel pack.
Yeah. So we have to get this off the surface. I mean, you're in command, sir, but this is a huge violation of the Prime Directive.
Well, the thing about the Prime Directive is because if someone suspects there might be a culture that isn't first contact worthy, non-warp civilization.
Yeah.
Well, it also is do not impede the undeveloped worlds, not necessarily just pre-warp cultures. Undeveloped world.
But at the same time, they will take a world that doesn't have intelligent life and colonize it.
But the thing is, I think, if it's people that settled here without warp technology, it would still be and they're still technological. It'd still be first con. It would still be.
I would say before we leave, we try to see if we can set up. Well, why don't we see why we're heading to the mountains? If we can get our security team to set up the pattern enhancers around the shuttle, maybe we can manage to beam this wreckage back to the ship.
Or even just to space, to be honest. Once it's in space, we'd be able to have access to it, I believe, and I'll look to Venet.
Right, but we can beam it right into one of the cargo bays.
Or have a small team dissect it if need be.
Venet, I will tell you, you probably would want to listen to his suggestion of space to be first, because you're not sure how the power cell would be transported, with all the checks you had earlier.
True.
Yeah.
How stable it would be.
But,
I
like,
could take it apart and learn more.
Well, the thing is, why don't we could actually disconnect the power cell from the ship and have
it's like wired into everything.
Yeah, he looked earlier. It would be very difficult to remove.
Yeah.
It'd be
Commander,
like tearing the whole shuttle apart.
I have enough knowledge how to take it apart, and I can figure out more once it's taken apart. But it's the only source of power we have right here.
Why don't we
suggest
have?
that
Why don't we
set
get?
up-
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I suggest we set up the transporter enhancers, bring a team down, and get them to work on stripping down this entire thing, disconnecting it, and bringing it back
It would take
while
time.
we go to the mountains. We have to go anyways.
Yeah, let me report back to the captain. Let him know what we have found so far, and suggest that. That is.
We'll bring the transporters over here while you're talking to the captain.
Could you think
Well, we can have the security team bring them over.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
while the commander
Yeah,
goes
I
and
know.
talks to the captain, I'll walk over to Venet and go, Sandy, do you think you're able to get the sensors online?
I could try.
We might be able to get a little bit of a leg up and give Nostrum some aid and security if we're able to have an idea of what the layout is, or if we can find anything out there.
You're thinking using the Type 9 shuttle sensors.
Yes. At least it'd give us some kind of information.
Yeah.
You might be able to. They're pretty damaged. Just a quick assessment is like the shuttle is very damaged. Like
Yeah.
I mean, we got nothing that's like to do. He's reporting back to the commander.
Well, the
so-
thing is, like, you guys could head back to the runabout, report back to the commander, set up the security team, and then head for the mountains. We could say.
I mean, we don't have to do any. We can just boop, boop, and say
Yeah.
the security can
Well,
bring.
again, there's the communications issues. That's why, like, you could
Oh,
relay
actually-
communications like
Right.
through the shuttle.
But if we want to direct communicate with the ship instead
Alright,
of saying, hey,
Nostrum,
how far away would that take us further away from the mountains, though?
Yeah. I would think.
The mountains that you haven't seen any mountains. If you go by the topography when you were coming in, you're thinking it's probably like 50 kilometers to the west. Like this
So we
guy
might
probably
wanna
went like a long journey. He found
We might
evidence
want
that
to
told him-
see if we can take the shuttle actually closer.
Yeah. Tannis, can I like go back to the shuttle and not like try and like do a system diagnostic? Is it working enough I can do that?
Sure. You can do a general diagnostic. The computer core is severely of the Type 9. The computer core is severely damaged. The engines are completely drained. So you probably couldn't get the small warp core on the shuttle up and running at all.
Yeah.
The life support is damaged beyond belief. There are thrusters with power. You could probably get them working. Sensors, maybe, with some time. And same with transporters. I'd say those are the three main systems that probably could be maybes. But you'd have to get power to all of them.
Transporter would be super useful, though.
I mean, you technically have transporters on your shuttle, on your class.
Yeah, I know, but if we need to get this off-world, we could put the sensor things around it and get this whole thing into the shuttle.
Well, you
bay.
would normally use your ship's transporters to do that,
Yeah.
rather than its transporters. Something doesn't transport itself, it transports stuff around it.
Yeah. why don't we head back to our shuttle, have them pack up the teleport enhancers they have set up in that area, move them to the other shuttle, and take
Try
the
and beam
shuttle
it into space.
to the mountains. Yeah, and try to beam it into space. And I'll talk to our captain about it. What everything.
Captain will probably want to send a team down to look at it while you guys are heading to the mountain. They'll assess it. If it looks like it's safe to transport it up into either space
Well,
or
I
the
mean-
shuttle bay, they can.
Then maybe we should leave the teleporter enhancers, because then they could teleport onto that spot.
Yeah,
Well, I'm saying we move those teleport enhancers.
to the
The
time.
two security officers you have can go set that up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
We'll have
so-
them go do that. We'll take the shuttle with the other set of
The
enhancers
runabout.
we have. Yeah,
The
the
runabout.
runabout with the other set of enhancers we have with us.
And head to the mountains.
And
And
head
the,
to the
the security officers will just stay behind and set that up in the meantime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I
And
mean,
they
then they could teleport out.
and
Yeah.
well,
Then
they
they
can
can-
also protect anyone who is
All those-
teleporting
all those
down the
bugs.
on there.
Yeah.
In case anyone comes back to the shuttle, we don't know how long ago that this was set up.
This was,
And they
I will
might-
tell you, this was obviously set up post this thing crashing.
Right. That's what I'm saying is we don't know if there's still maybe people in the area.
And probably post when that message was left, because there is no actual stardate connected to the message. The
Right.
message was obviously connected when this thing still had main power, to a degree.
Which was ages ago.
All right. So I'll just tell Nostrum. I'll say, make sure your officers, if they go back to the ship, make sure they go right into quarantine, just to make sure there's nothing on this planet for the ship. Other than that,
Give a nod and orders out.
Yeah, transporters usually are pretty good at clearing most things of pathogens and stuff, though. But they
yeah, this is a new planet.
this
Yeah.
new planet, so they'll probably go into a little bit. Yeah, they'll transport.
It would be like probably an hour, right? They
Yeah.
go and they get the more
Basic
serious
protocol.
things, and that's it.
Basic quarantine protocol, get scanned a little bit more, into an area that they can get looked over medically.
I mean, these things have weird blade little water receptacles. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Mhm.
This is crazy.
Also, like proto flowers with insects, when insects are just like probably maybe like over the last couple of million years showed up.
Insects have fishtails.
You know?
That's-
They're
Like
like
scales.
they're like
Scaled insects.
10-legged insects with like scales. You know.
So we'll
yeah,
take the
all right.
shuttle towards the mountains and try to find a place to land and also try to scan ahead.
So yeah, I'll jump on the science station for the pod, and I'll do scans constantly.
All right,
Well,
You will detect a structure of some kind in the mountains.
Commander, check this out.
Let's head there. Let's land as close as possible.
It seems to be an artificial structure of some kind.
Can we tell what it's made of?
Stone,
Hmm.
though something about it prevents your sensors from penetrating it.
That's
Okay.
strange.
I'll point that out.
Well,
Do you think if we had more power, Venet, you think we'd be able to penetrate it?
I'd say probably not. It just seemed, well, if you had more powerful sensors that were like within the atmosphere, maybe. Your sensors just don't seem to be powered. Maybe like you could overcharge them, but that runs risks. I'm going to tell
Yeah.
you, it'll be a higher complication and a pretty good difficulty to like overcharge your sensors.
We could try and contact the ship. Oh god, I forgot the name of our ship. I
Juggernaut.
want to say the
Juggernaut.
Vengeance.
Juggernaut. But
Juggernaut.
I don't.
Contact the
But
Juggernaut.
they're not. We were getting limited sensors even on the
Yeah.
Juggernaut.
But now we have a location, an exact location. They can focus their search. Maybe they have a lot more power than the runabout does.
Right, but the radiation was. We could ask, but the radiation was blocking.
Maybe
That's
if
why.
they use, do you think we could link our relays with theirs and help enhance their?
We can try.
Like it would, clear up the picture a little bit. Since we're closer, use us as like a relay.
We probably shouldn't land or fly over it just in case. Like, we
No,
should.
I would say
Just
land as
hover.
close as possible.
We can just hover nearby.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna mark the things down. GM, is that possible for us using our sensors as like a pinpoint to enhance their.
We're using the roundabout as a laser sight.
It probably really won't work because the atmospheric interference.
This world has plot armor. All right, we'll land. Then.
The world technically has plot armor I put on earlier.
Damn you, planet!
I mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's probably
It doesn't matter. Our characters don't know its ultimate plot armor. Our characters are trying to figure shit out.
I know, and I'm saying like you don't think you could read out you could get the sensor information.
We'll just land wherever.
You could maybe use the probe, but the probe's sensors in the atmosphere, it might work. But the thing is, like, would it be able to penetrate this? You're not sure. Like, a starship has very powerful sensors connected to it, you know.
Yeah, we're standing there and we all get tumors instantly. Oh, God!
That's what shields are for, and the deflector dish.
All right,
It deflects cancer.
Can I do some scans to try to find a good spot to land that using with Nostrum, a place that provides cover so that we aren't immediately spotted coming in?
Sure. I could just say you can just find one with enough sensor with a good sensor sweep. No roll needed.
Okay.
But
you could if you want to.
What would the roll be? Just
like a 0 with complication risks.
Zero. There would always be those complications. You can't roll more 20s.
Shut up.
Don't roll.
The amount of 20s I haven't rolled tonight are crazy.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
So, from our planned landing spot, I want to try to get basically a route we can take that will provide us with a decent amount of cover.
Okay.
Assuming
we can look at the
Well, I have a scan. I have a scan, so you should be able to get a basic. All our data pads should have a basic map of the area.
And no roll for that, or?
No, you can fine. That'd be okay. You can just do it.
Works for me.
It's difficulty 0.
Just as we approach, keep scanning for life forms.
We won't be able to scan through. The structure is blocking it.
But that doesn't mean that there's no life forms outside the structure.
Yeah.
I mean, our scans would have picked that up, but I agree. I'll keep the tricorder ready.
People could move in and out. We don't know.
People don't move.
You won't pick up anything. You'll take your landing, and you want to move into the structure, towards the structure then, from your covered path and defendable path.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. You don't notice anything. When you're getting closer to the structure, you will find what appears to be a stone staircase. There are these kind of like little, like almost tower-like etchings where it looks like little things could be almost put in the center of them that function almost as lanterns. They are currently empty, though.
Okay. Question. I want to do. I mean, and I want to do a very precise scanning of these lanterns to try to pick up any blood. You know, like if someone just like was using it or DNA on it from the creators to see if I can get an idea of species.
Okay. Roll me for this one. I don't.
I refuse to help. Just make things worse.
I mean,
science control. Actually, we'll do medical control.
Medical control.
Yeah. Your genetics focus could apply here.
All right. Do I know? Am I allowed to know the difficulty?
I'm not going to say the difficulty for this one.
Okay.
Does anyone want to help?
I mean, I could help.
Control? I have 12. Between
Control
those.
medicine. I have 15.
Yeah, I have 10.
I have a 9 control and 3 medicine.
So 12.
Yeah.
You'd be the next best person.
Well, either one of us. But I have bad rolls. So.
Another 19, guys.
You're not going to detect any blood or anything on them. It looks as though, like, probably not any recent time anybody's injured themselves while doing anything with this.
There's not enough DNA there. All right.
Is there any strange readings from the building itself?
You are detecting some kind of strange low-level radiation. Nothing that would be dangerous to living beings, but it's very unusual type of radiation. And some interesting signals that I'll tell you traditionally are associated with those like telepaths and those with telepathic type abilities.
So is my mind being assaulted more than usual, or
Actually, no. Rather than that, you're not getting any telepathic things, but for your empathy is picking up like almost a calming aura in the area.
Future Tivs inside.
Does any of the radiation match anything that came from the strange gel pack we saw?
No.
Okay.
try?
This is strange, Commander. I'm not picking up any DNA anywhere. It could just be age, erosion, normal wear and tear, but if it was within any type of recent time, there should be something.
Nostrum, do you sense anything?
There's a very calming energy coming from the structure.
Does it seem to be coming from like an entity? Like an intelligent mind?
Unclear. I just try to remain calm. Usually don't want to disrupt these kinds of things.
So, I describe the structure as kind of almost pyramid shape, except each level is like a giant flat disc, like a disc stone you'd skip across the ground. So it's like these number of these like giant flat like discs, stones stacked on each other, going concentrically up towards like a point.
So kind of like the Chinese tower, but with disc instead of
but they're like these just giant stone discs almost. So they definitely have been shaped, in a way, but they look like massive. Like the bottom one looks like just one giant stone. Even the next one up, like if you assume that the first one was like built in place, the second one is still fairly massive, and you're like, how would they have moved one big piece on top to almost stack it and shape it into this?
So can I scan the stone? I want to just scan the stone for two things. One, to find out, is this stone from this planet?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it from the area?
Yeah.
And how deep can I start penetrating before I just immediately lose it stops getting sensor data back?
I will say the penetration goes about maybe halfway through, like maybe halfway into whatever walls there are here, and the rock does match the planets. The walkway you're kind of on will lead up to like an entryway built into the side of the bottom one. It's like a very simple, almost kind of like arched entryway that seems like perfectly carved out in the stone and leads in there.
Commander.
Yes.
Between the atmosphere where the planet is and these stone structures, I'm beginning to feel like whoever, if anyone still lives here, they didn't want to be found.
Plus the sensor readings, sir. They're using materials found on this planet, but about halfway through, either there's a different material that's blocking our sensor readings or technology we don't know about. But once I get to what I assume is the thickness of the wall, once I get it halfway, it stops the sensors.
Let's be cautious. Everyone phases on stun and on the ready.
Should we consider this first contact, maybe?
Possibly.
Sir, I would like to reiterate my point of non-hostility as it is sending out calming empath waves.
Understood. That's why I'm saying stun and ready, not let's they're shooting everything.
I look over to Vanette, who has a phaser out, pointing it.
Oh, sorry.
You'll
prepared and see what we find.
You'll head inside, and you will find that, like, in this central area is almost like this massive main chamber like a large opening. It looks as though like each of these massive structures is hollow in the inside, and almost kind of stacked up with these hollows with this kind of concentric roof that goes up to the top. And you can see actually what you couldn't see from the outside. The very top stone has like an opening in the side, so it has this like almost shaft of sunlight coming inside, down in the middle. Inside, you can see that there is these massive like decorated flooring of like this kind of strange symbols that are etched all around the area. You notice that there's like a main walkway that continues the walkway you're on to this like central carved area, and surrounding it is this lowered area where it's filled with this like almost couple inches of water that make it this kind of like little like pond all around everything, a calming kind of pond. You will see that there are 6 people kind of in a circle, sitting around kind of in a meditative state around the beam of light. They're all dressed in like
I got tricorder out. I'm trying to scan them.
Now once you're in the building, you can scan them. 3 are human. 1 is a Vulcan. 1 is a... Oh, what is it here? Sorry. I have to remember the race name. Give me a second. Well, the last one is a Bajoran. And, 1 is,
Describe it.
Endurian. Vulcan Endurian, but peaceful.
No.
Is it the dwarf people?
Remian.
Oh.
I'll get like right behind the commander and I'll just relay that.
Mm-hmm.
This is very odd.
Like, the Remian really is odd.
Are they?
Like some of them could have been on the shuttle.
Remians are basically like a subspecies. If you don't know, subspecies of Romulans that are from the moon of Romulus. They lived there for like so many generations. They're from the dark side of it because it only like ever faces the sun one way.
So they've changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
They are different.
Yeah.
Are they thinking anything?
They are actually clear-minded. Like deep in meditation, kind of clear-minded.
Are they clothed?
I said they're like in robes. You can't really see any of their
okay.
faces and stuff. You can kind of see their hands mostly right now, in the circle, and they're just in these like kind of like very simple kind of like, well, I would describe it kind of like burlappy robes.
The liquid they're in, is it regular water?
Yeah.
Commander, their minds are maybe not empty, but close. They're in a very meditative state.
Can I scan their health? Since I know their races, I should have genetic makeups for the like basic xenology of them.
Sure. Actually,
And
you will
xenobiology, right?
give me a science reason difficulty 2.
Science reason and my xenobiology, they're all aliens to me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Should I use momentum, guys? It's only 2, and I have a focus.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you lose 1 momentum.
Guys!
Down to 1.
What?
Uh,
Oh, it's medical. I can reroll one.
Okay, yeah.
and you didn't use a momentum, which means you would have an extra 1 anyway.
Oh.
I thought you said you were going to use 1.
I was. I forgot that you have to change the roll.
Yeah.
I just placed.
So you do have 2.
Alright, so
you
that's
get
3.
3, so you'll get a momentum back in the end. Then. You will.
Oh, so back to 2.
So we're
Just because of your reroll, you'll get 1 back and avoid the complication.
Yay!
Yeah, that's a good
They
thing.
seem in perfect health, but you would you'd feel that all of them are fairly elder for their species.
Do they look it?
They don't.
I mean, the
you haven't
Vulcan
seen-
probably I can't tell, but the other
ones you actually, because you haven't had a good view of them, you can't tell. But you'd say like the humans, each of them is at least 100. The Vulcans probably in is like, they get up like towards like 200 or 300, I think.
Yeah, I think 300 is kind of towards the end.
So let's say like in the 200s.
All right, so I'll say this.
The Bajoran's probably around 100, and the Remian, I'd say, because I think Romulans live a little less than
Remans?
Yeah.
They have a really short lifespan, don't
Oh
they?
yeah, they probably.
Yeah,
very short.
Freeman's had even shorter normally.
So they might have like
Yeah,
human
isn't that like
lifespan.
70?
Yeah, so
they're really young compared to the other races,
so
I think.
I'd say maybe the Remian's the most noticeable, as like you think he's like maybe 100.
Well,
Great.
Is there any
Captain.
writings in here?
No, nothing you can see.
Okay.
Let me
Okay.
relay it, damn it. I found this information. All right. So I'm scanning it, and
I'm
I'll look
wrong.
at it, and I'll look over to the commander, and I'll say, Commander, this is odd. They're in perfect health, but they should be elderly. Their age on here, they're all roughly towards the end of their lives.
You'll see one of the men in the back pull off his robe. It's a human man. He looks to be maybe like 60s or 70s, I'd say. But then again, like, technology, puts forth what it is. He looks like he's in his like elder years, but he looks really good for it. Visitors, welcome. Welcome to Onderon.
Thank you for the welcome. We came here because of a signal from
Yes.
a downed shuttlecraft.
You seek the one who came to us. His mind was clouded. We did our best to help him. Once his mind was less clouded, we allowed him to signal you.
Maybe see him.
He's going to kind of like glance back towards himself, and seemingly out of one of the shadows, a man wearing robes, much younger, will kind of go up. You can see that he's kind of got like a beard that seems like it's probably a little long, but still like well maintained. Like as if he's had a chance to at least try to do something with it. Also be going, and in a familiar voice would be like, "Ah, Starfleet. It is good to see you. I thank you for coming for me. My fellows, I thank you for taking all this time and allowing me to learn some of your ways. I thank you for taking care of me and finding me a center. But I must return to my family. I am ready to go."
Thoughts and emotions.
I'm scanning him.
You actually have noticed that now that some of them are thinking, you cannot read their thoughts. Most people...
Not even a contested roll.
I guess if you want to attempt a contested roll, I have no idea what the hell the telepath roll would be for contested.
I have to find it.
Also, I just want to try to read them as in body language.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you
Kind
mean.
of insight.
Yes, insight.
Insight.
I'd say insight command to read body language, I'll say.
Okay.
Reason medicine to scan them.
Sure.
2.
Yeah. He seems in perfect health. He's
Like
human.
perfect.
Like, you don't detect anything wrong with him. Like, yes.
Would rational thought come into play here?
Um,
You're trying to read them?
sure.
Okay, so.
So, for empathy, it's just a roll on my side, but it will increase the difficulty if they have resistance to telepathy or anything like that.
They do have resistance.
And for telepathy, it's an opposed task.
Okay. Do they
And
tell me what it is for your telepathic, or does it have to give you something?
You gotta give me something.
Oh, God.
I would assume control. Command.
Control
Like-
command against their...
His would be probably insight and maybe command.
Command's like the most fitting. I don't remember what they are.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
theirs would be control, like controlling your thoughts. Having
Yeah.
or
Control command.
reason.
Yeah.
command.
You kind of judge them up. They just seem calm. They all seem very calm. They're not putting on a lot of emotional cues. You can tell to the way that the two humans have spoken so far, the one that's apparently the shuttle guy, and the one that's one of these best described as like maybe monks or something like that, or spiritual people that are here. They don't detect as completely devoid of emotion, like just the way they're speaking, just maybe controlled.
Alright. I got 2 successes on trying to read them too.
That's what I'm saying for your reading.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay.
So we both got 2. Do we get momentum or no?
Sure, you can have a couple more.
I mean, what were our tasks? Like, was it 1-1?
Yeah,
And then-
1-1.
Okay,
So
So
four.
please, Tiv, roll me your insight command.
This is shady, right? It's not just me. I'm thinking. These
Yeah,
guys-
it
is.
Okay.
Why do you think I'm forcibly scanning their minds?
Mhm.
Complication range.
2.
All right, and this is for the empathy or telepathy.
This is for the telepathy. The empathy, they're keeping their emotions in check. You can sense that there's
Can-
probably even the man that's speaking has a little bit of happiness to him. He's not hiding it. It seems like joy that this person that's with us has finally getting the rescue he desires. And the other one, you can sense that though he's holding it in, is incredibly yay, about it.
Can
Like, the
Tiv
emotions,
spend
they're not-
momentum to
They do
buy
have
another
seemingly have
20?
protection against
Yeah,
telepathy.
I was working on that.
Uh-huh.
We have 4 momentum, right?
Yes.
You guys
can
mind
get-
if I spend one?
I'd
No,
suggest you
you
do.
can get another die. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. All right, here we go.
Probe their
One.
minds.
Do you have any type of focuses that'll help with that or no?
No foci. That would help. There aren't exactly foci that help with
Well, it might have
telepathy.
been one from your species because you get one.
The talents themselves are what allow me to read them. Not really any re-rolling available.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm super sketched out on this.
Uh-huh.
I want to scan. They're all around the pool of water, right?
The pool of water's on the outskirts. They're all on this incredibly intricate card symbol that has many layers. It's almost like someone etched a maze or a labyrinth onto the floor. All the twists and turns of it. That kind of intricacy, even though it's got twists and turns and stuff. Even though it does have areas that seem to be of design, and it's
Can
very
I
kind
use
of
the tricorder
circular.
to get a picture of this room?
Kind of get a scan of the room. Sure, you can do
No, it's
it.
And I want to.
You can find that there's something in the walls preventing you from piercing outside the walls, but within the room, you can scan it all just fine.
Yeah, because I'd like to get a picture basically.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like
I want to scan for anything that might be submerged in the water that we can't see. Like if there's life forms down living
Okay.
in the water.
No, the water seems just pure and clear, actually.
Let us roll.
Fine, you want to roll? You want some more momentum? You have 4 already.
No, it's not about momentum.
No, we have 3.
we have 3.
Tell us
Tiv's
we're,
got one.
we're looking for nothing. You're like it,
Yeah.
it breaks illusion.
But what race did you say the gentleman who originally started talking to us was?
A human.
Human.
There's those 3 humans, a Vulcan, a Bajoran, and a Remian.
Right.
And I
How
posted
would
the ages thing because it was bothering me that I was guessing.
I'm just gonna say this to them.
Right.
You all are in perfect health. What are you eating?
We have a controlled diet here, if you must know.
Is this some
May
kind of meditation plan?
I, may I ask, I want to try to do some diplomacy here.
Oh, sure.
Just talk. Don't.
Well, I'm just going to say, I'm going to say what I'm going to say, but I'm also saying I'm trying to be diplomatic here.
If you need to make a roll, I will let you know.
Thank
How's
you.
that sound?
I'm missing a
What
button.
brings you all together here?
The mistress.
Oh no. Oh no.
We each found ourselves with a unique gift, gift different than our own species in many ways. Many of the kinds of my brother here, from Vulcan, have abilities, but his abilities are different than any others of his kind. Unique. I'll say the Bajoran's a woman too, just to not be like they're not all men. And one of the humans is a woman too, so they're
Sure.
Yeah.
Diversity.
Diversity. Just to note,
There's a huge variety of species, but yeah, we need more diversity.
some gender diversity too. Come on, thank you. Gender representation. We don't have it in this role-playing group right now because Rachel was
It's really hard to find females that
well.
play
Rachel
roleplay.
would have been up for it if we had started and ended earlier because she's been going to bed earlier.
Gotcha.
If we were able to get, why can't I? Thunder, or there we go. She's big into Star Trek.
Probably too short notice.
Anyways,
Yeah. Anyway,
What kind of abilities are we speaking about?
one must touch both their own minds and the universe around them. It is hard to explain,
They're crazies.
but we came here because we had a gift that was unlocked in us. A gift that maybe there are others that could unlock in it, but they will never find. A presence to themselves. Each of you has a presence to themselves. Is it enough to learn what we know? I cannot say. But it's taken you much in your lives, through hardships.
The device, the shuttle that was powering it.
He'll give a wry smile and kind of be like, we may be agnostic here, and may seem to live without technology, but it is all around us at all times. You must know the right balance between technology and the natural.
I would assume that's what hides you behind these walls.
He'll shake his head. We're in a place of danger, a place of out on the edges, and I sense you are of a good nature. Mine is not as deep as your friends there, but I too can read emotions, to a small degree.
Yes, we don't come bearing any ill will. We mainly was looking for our officer here.
Then I would ask that you keep our presence here secret. You may take the man with you. He is already of trust, and will not divulge the secrets he has learned here. We know it in him.
Commander,
If you wish to stay, yes.
we should offer them supplies.
No need. We are all taken care of.
If you wish to be left alone, then we have no problem with that.
This galaxy is not ready for us. Perhaps in 100 years, maybe 200, the teachings that we have learned will be important. Others will come to this place, will find their way here. Ones that are set like us, and will continue to learn and develop with us.
I'll delete, as he's saying this, I'll delete the readings I picked up. Because I'd have their, DNA profiles on my scanner.
There are many forces in this galaxy, powerful and weak. Some that can be understood, and some that are mysterious. You, like many others, seek out to understand them. You understand them from the outside. We understand them from the inside.
Would it be really obvious that Vix is deleting the scans?
I mean,
I'm doing it openly.
yeah.
a big delete hologram shows up saying, "Are you
Delete.
sure?"
Yeah. I mean, if you could just be doing something on the tricorder and closing it up then afterwards, kind of thing.
We should kill them. All of them.
Wow, look at all this. Look at all those nice zeros.
Yeah, the zeros actually we find out are bad.
Mhm.
I didn't know that until we started playing. It's like, okay,
Red zeros are bad. Just
Red
Yeah,
regular
red
zeros.
zeros.
Red zeros are
bad.
always bad.
Red
What
zeros
it
are very bad.
When it comes to damage, red zeros are the only zeros. It just means you didn't hit.
Yeah, I'll delete the scans. I won't delete that I scanned them. I'll just delete like any type of identifying characteristics, like things that might be able to track down their genealogy, kind of thing. And I'll just say, Commander, we should be honest. We're gonna have to report this place, but we can ask for it to be sensitive.
We can ask our captain to put a warning buoy, if you wish, to keep others away.
Not many come out this way, so that would be fine. Something that would tell them dangers of this planet and the surrounding areas.
I would suggest we don't put a warning beacon, as it might attract people.
Most times, warning beacons are pretty good in Federation space, though.
Yeah. Most times, if there's there's a hazard here, don't go here because of danger.
And to be fair, there is a clear hazard.
Yeah.
the drain, the energy drain. It's not
Yeah.
like we're just putting it near a planet. People are like,
Yeah.
But I will also say, I'll gesture towards the guy that crashed here. The power cell that was used to power the craft. You might want to disassemble that. That's what was able to notify us.
Well, they allowed him to signal us.
I understand. I'm saying after
Our-
we leave.
Our people are already examining it, though.
The cell itself
Is
is
that-
nothing too special. There's a unique plant upon this planet that allows you to protect it from the realm here. Unfortunately, the radiation of the planet itself allows it to grow. A unique radiation. Outside this planet, it will die.
Interesting.
Copy that.
Perhaps you could recreate it one day and find protection against this realm. But I would
Well,
only hope that that would be in time that would be appropriate for us to come back into the galaxy. We might not be the only ones out there of our order.
Do you mind telling us what your order is?
Is it the Fallen Order?
That sounds like a better name. That sounds like a better name than I was going to give it. The Fallen Order. An ancient order that once existed in the galaxy and was driven to the edges.
In a galaxy far, far away.
That sounds like a lame
Bye,
trilogy.
everybody!
Nostrum, me and you, let's help our fellow officer out, and I'll walk over and I'll is he limping or anything? I know you've told me he's in perfect condition, but that doesn't mean like he doesn't.
He's old, right?
Probably like 50s, 60s, you know. He's
Yeah,
been here
yes,
probably
like-
he probably was like crashed in here in his maybe 30s. He's been here for like 30 years, so I'm
Probably
Lieutenant
presume-
Andaria. Nice to meet you, Lieutenant Andaria. Would it be good if we could get going? I would like to...
Shower.
No, they have baths here.
See your family.
See my wife and my son. I've been gone
Yeah,
for a
of
long
course.
time.
Oh,
Come on.
Of
family
course.
I'd like to. Just to be honest with you, I'm gonna do a few scans to make sure everything's okay. Okay.
Perhaps back at your ship.
Of course. And I'll guide him if Nostrum isn't gonna come back to the shuttle.
I'm gonna walk up to the leader. It was an honor meeting you.
As to you.
I'll give a slight nod and look at you guys and let's head out.
Looking at my ass because I'm walking out that door.
Oh,
Right. And you can take the lieutenant back to your ship. Run some medical scans on him, find out that he's okay, leave a warning buoy.
And also try to find out if his family's still around.
Yeah, you know, his
He didn't die in a horrible transporter accident.
no, his wife passed away in an accident, but his son is alive and well and has a family, and
It's like 30 years. It's like someone had to have passed away in his life.
Well, that's why I wanted to, investigate that.
Yeah.
Well,
turns out he also has a daughter he doesn't know about that is about 30 years old. Yep.
Oh, rip.
That happens.
Yep.
How does the captain take it? What does the captain say? Is he going to keep it hush hush what we found and just say we found one of the Federation people on the planet?
There are folks here who have enough sense, and if they're all these from these species, monks, if you would call them, or priests, or spiritualists, and they're finding peace here, we best not disturb them. If they are of an order that could bring help, seemingly with all these the Remians there, maybe there are hope for other species that it'd be hard to find peace with in the future. Well,
agreed.
Sounds like we have a man. We have to get back to his family. And we'll end our episode there, having rescued the lieutenant and discovered a strange, mysterious order.
He loved you when he died, Vinny.
What?
No.
Hey.
We didn't get to fire phasers.
You didn't get to fire phasers. Look.
You don't fire them. No, you fire them every episode.
You fire phasers. Look, when we got towards, like, the middle of the... Like, after the first break, I was like, okay, I can still do certain things. By the time we got to the second break, I'm like, okay, I gotta cut some things short. There may have been a fight that was originally planned by me that I just excluded because of that.
Was it a Gorn?
No.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, come on, I want to turn my shirt off.
Everyone's just topless.
There's a ricochet rock coming at you.
The shirts all get ripped.
We all have like a Gorn equivalent that's fighting us. It's the same people.
A doppelganger Gorn. They look exactly like us except for they're Gorn.
They're lizard versions of us?
Yeah. So he has one of the, Vexus has the mohawk and the spots, but he's a Gorn.
He's a Gorn. The Klingon Vulcan is just that's an ugly Gorn. Oh my god.
It's a Gorn with head ridges and then, like a ponytail in the back.
And 40 ears.
Actual ears?
Yeah. No, he frills. There's frills that look like ears.
He's got like lizard frills and like a weird.
And is there a telepathic Gorn because of the Betazoid?
Yes.
Well, does that mean does that mean your Gorn has a worm belly?
It's the opposite of a symbiote. Some kind of parasite on its back that gives him special abilities.
It's venom. It's a venom Gorn.
Yeah, it's bad for him, but it also enhances him and makes him more dangerous.
Well, we know where to attack him, though.
Yeah, punch him in the symbiote.
Shoot him in the symbiote.
Oh, it's just. I get it. It's Nemesis.
Oh no.
Anyway, thank you everyone who joined us today. Does anybody want to give some shout outs? I'll start with Joe. Anything shouting out?
I'll see everyone Thursday.
Cool.
For Children of Wrath.
Yep. Unfunny one? Other than happy birthday, Unfunny one!
Yeah,
happy birthday!
Yay, I'm halfway to 70. Woo!
You're still a young
grave.
Come check out my channel tomorrow. Come check out my channel tomorrow. I will be continuing my Stardew Valley first run. This will actually get to play a long-term period of like 4 hours or so instead of just a shorter hour and a half or whatever. It seems to be interesting, but it seems to be very grindy, so it's going to take time for me to set up everything. And then also check out Thursday, I'm on Delric's channel where I play a screwed up gnome. Yep, and there's a sexy woman and a Captain America-esque fighter. on it. So we play Fantasy Age, and on Friday, come check out. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I might do some home brewing because I want to start my D&D thing. But in order for you to know, check out my Discord. Bye.
Yep. Tim, anything to shout out?
Apparently on Wednesday I might be streaming Mad's game of a modern D&D game where shit has gone down and then up and down and then up and then down again. We might have some character switches just because, it's been a few sessions and we're like level 4, so Matt's like, all right, now's a good time if you want to, if you're not liking your character thing. So we'll see how all that goes.
Mm-hmm. And Lightning.
It's good that I went last because I play too many games with these guys. There's the Monday, and then there's the Wednesday, and
There is one thing that none of us mentioned you could shout out.
There is that one thing on Saturday that I play with Dennis and Tiff, as well as Will. We're playing Divinity Original Sin 2.
Yeah.
And then not this week unless things change, but next week on Sunday is Grinding Gears.
Yep.
With our friend here Joe as the DM, where we're trying to stop a horrible, evil super villain of godly powers who has done stuff.
Uh-huh. Conquered like a galaxy or something,
Yeah, I created a whole galaxy and then took it over or something. Minor.
This might have been like Fedora's galaxy beforehand, and then conquered by his enemy.
Yeah.
No, she made it.
Right, he's the first Warforged. They're like, we are Banner. We are Banner.
Everyone is Banner. You are Banner. You are Banner. And
all
you
merged
Wow.
into a weird.
Next session, you'll learn some interesting things about what happened to the Warforged.
Yay. Anyway.
All I'm saying, it's been a while since Wreck-Cure has gotten to wreck anything.
Maybe we'll have a chance. There'll be opportunities.
We can wreck the buildings.
We talked about it. We might need to.
I don't think Banner will be happy.
I mean...
They're not his buildings.
No, not anymore. Everybody's dead
This
anyway.
is essentially his homeworld.
Everybody's dead, though, too. So, I mean...
Everybody's dead, Jim.
Yeah,
Jim,
but they're not
everybody's
real people.
dead.
We could rebuild them.
Yeah. Faster, stronger.
My entire attitude is very defeatist. It's like, death is inevitable for, everybody around me.
I mean, if this world proves anything, it proves that you're just as likely to die.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in more dangerous situations than I used to be. Anyway, yeah, for myself, Tantan Average Coven, no RPGs tomorrow because somebody can't join us, so we're putting it off till next week. I will be probably streaming some kind of game because I didn't do it today. I just pushed it off till tomorrow then in its place. And then most of the other stuff that's important was shouted out by these guys, so to mention for now. But yeah, thank you for joining us. I may do some more Star Trek in the future sometime. I don't know. But for now, this was very fun to do. They met space wizards.
Yep.
We met the Jedi. We know.
You know what's sad is it's not even the first time in Star Trek they've done that. Because I've seen so many episodes where all right, we get it.
They're
magic books, we get it.
They reference something that's very Star Wars, yeah, and I'm like, that's what I had to do. I'm running Star Trek, but I gotta pull a Star Wars thing on Star Wars Day too. I had to do it.
You were pointing out last time too.
I was gonna set it up last time too, but we got nowhere near it.
Yeah.
I feel sad because our characters, I feel like we could have gotten a lot deeper.
Oh yeah, no.
But there's one shot. There's just no time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
One shots are really light on character.
I haven't been I played this character twice and still really didn't get to dig into his story a little bit. That's why I was just like, diplomacy.
I was like, Vinny. All right.
I know, but there was no moment. It's like, okay, so we'll go to the mountain and we'll have a conversation. Nope, okay, go to the mountain. Oh, okay.
Well, it's like I was also trying to get us to end at a more reasonable time.
You had your goals. We had ours. Mine was to get laid, and I didn't. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, maybe we'll see the characters again.
Maybe we'll see the characters again.
They're dead. They're dead.
The
The Jaggernaut runs into a sun. A
Oh,
star.
the Gorn
An accident.
clones.
The Gorn clones
That's
kill you all.
That's right, the Gorn clones.
The Sith Gorn
We
clones.
come back and they grow out of our necks. Everyone on
They
the
are
ship is
okay. Yeah, they're Sith Gorn clones, so they have laser light swords.
Oh no, like plasma-based energy weapons.
Sure.
And they spawn by bursting out of our chest.
Oh
Thrown
no.
another.
every sci-fi.
They don't burst
Oh,
out of your
they-
chest. They burst out of like your neighbor's chest, so they're like right next to you. Then you're like,
So
No,
does,
it wasn't me.
so does my neighbor not get a clone then?
no, they're evil clones to fight you. What are you talking? Anyway,
I would like to roll to seduce my Gorn.
What's the seduction roll?
I don't
Can I-
know.
Can I,
Daring,
can I diplomacize with mine?
Sure.
daring command.
Anyway, thanks for joining us. Bye. Have a good May the 4th. Stay safe. Stay
Bye.
healthy. Bye, everyone.